I'm fond of saying that the English language as it's commonly used has only one word that's easily recognisable as a Mandarin Chinese word, and that's the word feng shui. But apart from that, English has actually incorporated very, very few words from Mandarin Chinese, which means that everyone is starting as an English speaker at a level playing field with everyone else. Hi, I'm Lewis Mayo. I work in the Chinese program at the University of Melbourne, and in the Chinese studies area I teach classical Chinese, which is the most archaic form of the Chinese language. So Chinese studies is a major that is centred around the study of the Chinese language and the study of Chinese society and culture through the learning of the Chinese language. You can pursue it as someone with a very high level of command of Chinese, and you can pursue it as a beginner, and that I think is its charm and also one of the things that makes it particularly strong and interesting. You can even have had most of your education in China and still feel as though you need to explore culture, Chinese culture and society through the Chinese language at a higher level. What we would essentially try to do is to offer those people a kind of high-level academic use of the language that they would attain were they to go to a university in China and study Chinese society and culture in Chinese. We would be training those academic skills of analysis, which are very different from school level engagement with a culture. So if you're coming in to learn Chinese, we test you carefully and assign you to the level that's appropriate for you. I teach classical Chinese these days, and the technique that I use is to start people learning the poems from 2,000 years ago that every Chinese child learns in primary school. So the fact that every Chinese child in primary school learns the classical language together with the modern language is one of the things that makes Chinese distinctive, I guess. Knowledge of the classical language contributes to basic literacy, rather than simply teaching you to, order a beer in Chinese. What we want to do is to make sure that, you can deal with that cultural system at a fully adult level. Why would anyone want to do this? Well, the Chinese language, Mandarin Chinese, is the language in the world with the largest number of speakers. Chinese is now spoken in every country on earth. Learning Chinese is absolutely central to a serious engagement with China. If you're a person of Chinese heritage, you may well feel that your sense of security and knowledge of your heritage culture is greater the deeper your understanding of the language is. And I think that some non-Chinese people think, well, Chinese is for Chinese people and not for non-Chinese. I think that a knowledge of Chinese is just about knowing about the world.